Hi friends, today we're playing Do Not Take This Cat Home, but I have a feeling I'm gonna take the cat home. Oh, you're not having a great day as usual. It sucks. I'm scared now. Is this gonna be really sad? I thought it was a horror game. Oh great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is a sign that you should have just stayed home. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? There's always tomorrow. You turn to head home when... Kitty! What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Oh gosh. Well, that and the weather. The suspense. None of them react to the sound at all. Oh. Curiously guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alleyway and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Kitty! Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat! It looks just like my Jack-Jack. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Hi! You're coming home with me. So cute! And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or other about cats before, but if they're all like this one, it's a shock that they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. Okay, I love cats, but I don't know about that. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves a cat in a cardboard box these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? Who just dumps a cat down the alleyway? That's awful. Like, at least take it to the shelter if you don't want it. Cat doesn't answer you. Well, I mean, yeah, it can't speak, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Do we do it? Do we take the cat home? Yes! Take the cat home. I can't leave it in the alleyway. That's awful. You know what? We're taking the cat home. Reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Meow! You're all alone, and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Oh, bless. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. Stop! You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to the shelter tomorrow. No, we're adopting this cat. I have made the executive decision we keep it forever. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? We have a new cat. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. Oh, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. In this economy, we're rich. You living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside after so long, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. Put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over. Like that? I would never call a cat like that. It's It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food. Kitty doesn't want it. What are we gonna name the cat? Cat's name can be Jerry. I like it when animals have human names and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. Try not to let it annoy you. Why would we get annoyed that it's not eating? Like, relax. It'll eat when it's hungry. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. A chicken sandwich. Bread toasted. Mayo and mustard spread. I'm already not liking the sound of this. Turkey and cheese. And lettuce perfectly placed. Tomato slice. What happened? Ow! Ow! You wince as you cut your own finger on the knife while slicing. Ow! Oh, that burns. Feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh. Tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a band-aid when the cat hops up onto the counter. It sniffs the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Oh, don't worry. I'm alright. It's just What happened? Watch as the cat starts to... Jerry! Jerry, what are you doing? Jerry, please. Slightly Lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. Jerry, I don't know how I feel about this. At your blood. It's licking our blood. You're so shocked by the time you come to your senses. The knife has been completely licked clean. We have to take him out. We have to take him out. He's already got a taste for our blood, which means he's gonna want more. We gotta get him out of here. Cat sits back staring at you. Oh, Jerry, please. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? 100% that was weird. Sure, you're no cat expert. That was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do, right? He's meowing because he wants more. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Are we gonna make it through the night? Weird or not, it's just a cat. Rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Oh gosh, what does Jerry do? Even after covering up your fingers cut with a band-aid, the cat keeps trying to lick the wound. Nasty! While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while we're trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's tasted blood and it thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Oh, come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time, out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, cat mouths sharply at you, dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea of how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. I can't toss it out in the rain because I feel really bad. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your... Jerry? The lights just went out. Great. Just great. The rain must have knocked out the power. Oh, I thought Jerry did it. I'm paranoid. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of battery. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving. Do we have a power bank? The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. Grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. The rain stopped? But then why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Oh God. It says kill and help. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. and 666. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Hey, buddy. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. Yeah, and it's saying kill. Cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing. But its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared of Jerry. I'm not gonna lie. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all, but as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes, its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large. The flashlight flickered. Jerry? He's gonna be gone. Please. The cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. Silence punctuated with the rapid pumping of your blood in your heart is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up on the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. Jerry's possessed. The order will be restored. Back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting. Waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? No, we have to get Jerry out of here. Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Stop! No, that scared me. I have goosebumps. I don't want to play. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. Can't stay here. You have to run. Without a thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But You're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in a haste and you fall to the ground. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glistening in a strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Lots of how, when, who, what in regards to your explicitly opened door screech to a halt as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's the kitchen knife. It's still tinted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the cat? You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. Barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. Jerry, when you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadow into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight. He's happy about this. And bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Jerry, you're sick. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in, licking away at the kitchen knife, once again, completely clean. Scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Oh gosh, what is Jerry gonna do to us? Blood. Oh gosh, is he gonna come for us now? Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding! Cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You ran, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The house, the trees, the road, even you. Everything, except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in the wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts, but you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. I can't believe Jerry did this to us. Now when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. But then, you don't stop running. Because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps. Stop. This is so crazy. Do we look behind or do we keep running? We could keep running, but we know Jerry is in front of us. We know that the cat is in front of us, right? So if we keep running, we already know that he's there, which is why I think we should look behind, because we don't know what's behind us, but we know what's in front of us. So we're gonna look behind. I hope I'm making the right decision. I don't even know if there is a right decision. Huh? Interesting. Wow. How very, very interesting. Ending 0, it begins. Wait, what? That's the ending? What? Continue? You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, and you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? I hope so. Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. Where's Jerry? What happened to Jerry? You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. Hopefully not Jerry. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. What was that? No! Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and shattered debris on the ground softening your steps. I'm not falling for that this time. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. A big cardboard box! It's Jerry! Now that looks like Jerry to me. Guess that should have been obvious. Is this another, Are we in a different timeline? I'm a little bit confused. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold. Yeah, right? We did this. It puts its paws up at the edge of the box. So you look so familiar. Yes! It does look familiar. Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. It's Jerry. Get away from me. This sure is one cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other strays have in the past. Just sitting there patiently waiting for you to do something. You know what? For sake of like play, let's not take the cat home because we already took Jerry home last time and I'm worried it may just repeat what we just experienced. So we are not going to take the cat home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, it's evil. Sorry, Jerry, you'd never take this thing home with you. Oh, well, now when you put it like that, it sounds mean. Bye, Jerry. Ruin someone else's life. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are with rent and bills to pay for. Not to mention you need food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? Exactly. You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. Am I not allowed to walk away from the cat? What to do? Oh! Leave cat, feed cat, play with cat on second thought, or question mark. I'm not going to go with on second thought. I'm already going to rule out on second thought. We are not taking Jerry home. Is it even worth feeding him or playing with him? Do we just leave him? I think I will. Look, we will feed the cat because I feel bad. So at least I know he's got a belly full of food. Let's feed the cat. Cat must be hungry, right? Wait, I just remembered last time he didn't eat. Can't imagine that it's had much to eat if it's so attached to the box it's in. Though it doesn't seem malnourished either. Surely it must have left the box in search for food then. For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you that's not the case and not to think on it any further. Well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day knowing you left behind a hungry cat, especially when you could have done something to help. So, what to do about the hungry kitty? Check pockets for the food? Look around the area, question mark. We're not gonna have food in our pocket. I think we would know if we had food in our pocket. So I'll look around the area. Glance around the dark, dingy alley. You only see garbage bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, and scattered litter here and there. If there was something for the cat to eat, surely it would have found it by now, right? But you don't want to give up so easily. You keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smell garbage. Why can't we go buy it something? You listen. Just barely make the sound of a faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, oh so quietly, creep over to the bin. And you lunge! Whoa, what are we doing lunging? You weren't very graceful in your attempt. You stumbled and knocked over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash. But as you stand up, grasped in your hand, a rat! Oh, small mouse. No! I have to let nature take its course. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wriggling and struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with its black eyes. Please put it down. Put it down. It's completely at your mercy. There's so many! There's too many! I tell you what, I'm sparing the mouse because Jerry didn't want to eat anything last time. Spare the mouse. I'm sorry, kitty, I changed my mind. Are you sure? Why am I being asked if I'm sure? It's like the game is uncertain of me and it's making me uncertain of me. No, I'm sparing the mouse. You can hear the cat's stomach growling. Stop! It must be so hungry. It must be starving. What is this game? This is like manipulation? All right, feed the mouse to the cat. I'm sorry. The mouse looks scared as it can sense your intentions. I'm sorry, buddy. It weakly starts to struggle. Don't. The mouse is reluctant. Stop! Why is feed mouse to cat in red bold text? Do I spare the mouse or do I feed it to the cat? Why did I say I wanted to feed the cat? I should have just... Okay, I'm gonna feed the cat. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. Feed the mouse to the cat. Okay. Kitty? The cat tears it apart instantly. Stop! I know it's nature. Nature is taking its course. I intervened a little bit. I'm sorry. The mouse's pain squeaks and squeals pierce through you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat meows happily at you, red tinting its fangs. The cat curls up in its now blood-stained box and goes to sleep. Okay, well, let's leave. Take the chance to leave. Yeah, I think we should go. A well-fed cat will likely follow you home after all. What? And as cute as the cat is, you can't really afford a pet right now. Still feeling a little guilty about the mouse, you decide to just go home. This cat better not follow me. After a long walk home, you finally enter your apartment, head straight to your room, and you collapse on your bed, falling into a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. Is that not... to squeaking and scurrying noises all around you. So loud and constant, they sound like screams. Oh, stop. I have goosebumps. In darkness of your room. See the shifting shadows of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed. Try to run. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you cry out as twin lances of pain race up your legs. You fall off the bed in your attempt to escape. The hordes of mice dodging you as you crash into the ground. You can't stand up. Looking back and squinting into the dark, you just about make out the source of your pain. Oh, the flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled. Oh, bitten through your socks. No, leave me alone. Desperate, you crawl with only your arms towards the door. The mice descend upon you, biting into your skin, gnawing away pieces of you. Oh! Start to fade in and out of consciousness, but you still reach up for the doorknob. Your arm heavy, weighted down by the mice clinging to it with little claws and tiny teeth. You manage to jostle the knob enough for the door to slowly swing open. This is insane. Woo! But your outstretched arm suddenly falls onto the ground lifeless. The mice manage to chew through your flesh and bone of your now dismembered... Bro. As a few mice creep toward to curiously inspect your arm, you stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding up your gaze. What is that? In the newly opened doorway sits a familiar looking... stares at you. The darkness in its beady black eyes. Can't begin to measure their depths. All the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it. Oh, I shouldn't have fed the cat. I shouldn't have fed the cat. Aimed at you. You collapse, head hitting the floor as your other arm is eaten away as well. You're not sure how you're still conscious. The pain indescribable, and yet feel a cold sense of loss. Mice have clustered along your back now, gnawing and ripping their way between your shoulder blades. Okay, I really can't with this. Is making me feel queasy. Into your back, into your chest. Okay, I get it. They're eating our body. Okay, I get it. Feel something being pulled out of you. And in between the moments that blankets of darkness fade out your vision, you pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouse. Yeah, it's a heart, weirdly shaped, red with blood and pulsing. Oh, it's your heart, isn't it? The other mice all descend upon it, abandoning your half-eaten body. You're losing a lot of blood. Feel sleepy, but also feel anger? Yes, so much anger. How dare they? How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails you. The glowing is a pair of glowing eyes leering in from the darkness beyond the doorway. You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. Low yowls, deep snarls, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh as your remaining senses leave you. You smile weakly with the last of your strength when something with soft, slightly damp and sticky fur nuzzles your cheek. Jerry? Good kitty. Ending 27, well fed. This has been insane. If you guys want me to play some more and do some more endings, let me know. I will do a part 2. Yeah, I'll hopefully see you next video. Bye.